after a roll of cheese.
Yeah, it's in England.
Yeah. I've seen that.
It's
What?
Yeah.
I mean, a dude
find
like heel to get this
James,
cheese.
can we find video of the cheese hill?
And it's all about
buddy.
to shift your body weight, shift the energy around, so you can use the momentum of the heel in your body, not fuck yourself up, because you can, like, it's a little heel everything is just a heel.
Running downhill is hard. It is very your body wants to just fucking tumble.
Sure.
It just wants to. So,
Gravity.
but you also want to fast, but you can't. It's a weird, because when I played lacrosse in high school, we had a giant hill in the back of our school, and we lost the game one time like 29-9, and we had to run up and down the hill 29 times, and like the 18th time, and my fucking legs were like they're just jail, and I tried running too far ahead of myself, and fucking just my body was going to ahead of the lower body, basically just fucking face planted right in the ground, and because of forward momentum, I fucking just like hit the ground, went up not up in the air, but like basically like
End over end.
ended it. Yeah, down the fucking hill.
It's about right.
Yeah, because what happened?
We were on Facebook. We were having tremendous like audio issues, and Carrie and another person both commented that it was, we were calling it feedback. So I was listening to it, and it was coming through really poppy and kind of delayed. It sounded like shitty Zoom meeting. I stopped that. I am recording video.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll post it later.
On
Because
Facebook?
I stopped the recording. I put a second one. It was having the same problem, so I believe it's an internet issue, nothing that I can control. Everything else sounds fine. It's just that live feeds. So to me, it has to be in Facebook. Our second posting, we're unable to do this right now. So that's got to be a bandwidth issue. It is what is. So that's what I've been dealing with over here.
I don't think we touched on anything crazy that they would kick us off for.
No. It was audio quality bandwidth issue, 100%.
Okay, cool. All right, it's fine.
Oh, we ain't started on shit yet.
Yeah.
What did you want to talk about, Jake?
Me?
No.
So I'm kind of this whole, through talking to you guys, I've really kind of go on a little whole. I got the whole chateau work, if you will. You know what I mean? And it's interesting. There's some things that I've actually been able to kind of like work through, which is great. It's terrifying. Not gonna lie. That shit's rough, because like it makes you have to go back and like reassess some of the shit you might have done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And like I've actually texted this girlfriend and had it was a talk about, it was basically like an interview we never had, and it also like where I was like, hey, listen, like being like, listen, I fucked up here and here, and so it sucked, it didn't work, and then they'd be like, well, yeah, I was kind of this way, that, you know, and it was like a parting of ways where they kind of like, if there was any beef, we squashed it, and if there was, it was just basically an affirmation of being like, listen, like you're doing cool, I'm doing all right, just wanted to check in on you, you know, no hard funds, you know, all that shit. Because when I break up with people, kind of like, let's burn this bridge to the ground, like never talk to this person again. So
you hold grudges on anyone I know.
it's a New England thing and a Catholic thing.
Well, people that can't forgive themselves can't forgive other people.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like, for the most part, I've just learned to let it go. Like, you have ideas, even if it's not something you believe fully.
Yeah.
It's something you believe subconsciously, and it just slips out sometimes.
What you mean?
I can think probably without like bring up and rehashing old stuff, but I can think of probably 4 instances where I've said something, and your response was either that I'm in legal trouble or that I'm like a date raper.
What? The legal trouble
like
ones I know
over the couple of years.
The one I know, the one with the legal one, like Tom Hanks. You something about Tom Hanks pedophile? We had to be like, whoa, no, allegedly,
no.
allegedly.
Like, I told you guys I was going to be out of town.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, you got to take off? Are you in trouble or something? And that, like, dude, I can see it's still in the group text if you dig back far enough.
Which I'm,
And I was like, nah, man, everything's fine. I just got to go have a friend deal with their dad.
But
But you're quick to assume, and it might just be my perception of the universe as I'm trying to understand where I fit in the universe.
yeah. What's going on?
You're quick to assume that, like,
Dave.
if I say something, it's because something super negative is happening to me, or because I something bad.
Well, I think that comes from the way that you phrased the statement, which isn't simply "I'm not be there." It was "I had some shit to deal with. I won't be there on Monday." So, which leads you like, well, there's lots of different natures of shit. I do understand where that mentality comes from because you did sit in that.
Sure. But I also figured, like, you understand, oh, Bears is dealing with some shit.
Right. Yeah. And all he was, I guess, in your perspective, is he's coming at it. Well, are you in trouble? As opposed to, I don't know.
It's not, are you okay? It's not, is there any way
fair.
I can help? It's, are you in trouble?
How's that?
I think it's the same thing.
yeah.
Just said it a different way.
That's six-
I think that's the way you're taking it.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That's 6 to 1.
Because
entirely
he
possible.
just did the same thing to me, and I was like, I'm not gonna be there. He did the exact same thing.
Yeah, I was
to
like,
me.
you good? I just, but like,
No, but that's different. Being like you good is completely different from you in trouble. Because to be like you good, it assumes that maybe sick. It could be anything, but you in trouble just assumes, oh, I might be in trouble.
like help wise, not like.
But like
I don't know, that's the same. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
are you good? You in trouble? What's up?
fair.
Happening? You all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's all interchangeable.
maybe it has a different ring for me because I've been in legitimate serious trouble before.
That's what I'm saying. Like your perception is that you're in trouble, so you think that people think you're in trouble, and then when they add that, your mind automatically goes there. But knowing Jake, why would you think Jake even think that about?
I have no clue. I assume maybe I did something to Jake early on.
I'm not.
No, I was just making sure you're good. I just
And I
it's the same thing. We just 6 to 1 and a half.
Like
dozen
I
other.
said, I've learned to not take it personally.
Yeah.
But there's ways that you face things, and there's ways that you grudges that you should be aware of it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm been kind of working on.
Like you got upset when I flat Earth could be real earlier.
I mean, that's just because. I mean, he holds tight to what he believes, which is fine.
and also I kind of get fired. I go from 0 to 100.
And like, you gotta understand, everybody's not nonchalant about what they believe. Like, that's him. You gotta let him be him.
I feel like the only reason he entertained the idea of flat theory is large because it's the only way that his density versus gravity theory works. Because if it's a spherical Earth, density doesn't work because why is it all fall towards a single point? Was there a center point? If it's flat, density absolutely works. Gravity doesn't. None of the theories of gravity were flat Earth. None of without gravity, we don't understand why other works on a spherical Earth.
Yeah.
That's so. I think Bears was really trying to solidify this density theory.
Well, that and water automatically levels itself out. I don't understand oceans.
But it doesn't.
Put water in a container to level itself out.
Why are
That's
there
what liquids
tides?
do. I don't know.
That's a.
But how does that? How do tides prove that the Earth is round?
Because
It's
well,
the moon has got a big deal.
well,
But you can still have a moon on a flat Earth.
to
It
your
can
note-
rotate around the
you're
body.
100% right. The tides do not prove anything against flat Earth, but it does highlight gravity.
We on a hollow Earth now. Fuck flat Earth. Hollow.
Are we on
Is that the new thing?
What was
It's not the new. None of it is new. It's the same.
By the
bullshit.
way,
So old.
Wait, then Dave showed up
Hey,
a little this. It's cool because he had all kinds of technical issues and couldn't be live.
Oh.
So you're actually right at the start of tonight's YouTube and pre-record book show.
Oh, fair enough. I just feel like I just got like a random dude just wandered in here and just sat down. I'm like, all right.
You should also know you are on camera. So
Yeah, thank you.
You are the. That's just you're in the
I thought
square.
it was just for vanity where I'm like, I look at myself. I'm like, ooh, this is. Yeah.
It's just an electric mirror, babe.
Hollow Earth. I can believe that more than flat Earth.
now, so you say hollow Earth. What we've talked about previously is the idea that Earth is concave, as opposed to it may still be round, but it's not round in the sense I think it is. It's like a bell shaped in the inside of
no.
a bell.
Nah, I think it's just layers as you and down deep there, because they're already discovering all these subterranean cities and cultures already. Like it's a big under like all of these cities around the world, and then of course under the sea. We've only explored what 8 miles under the sea, and there's fucking.
As far as we don't know anything about.
We know more about outer space than we know about sea.
Yeah.
Very accurate
Which
statement.
we'll say sure don't know about things. See.
Well, that's right. So
Well,
then you have to look
sure.
at what motivation. It costs us a lot less and is potentially a lot more important to us as a civilization. You could find resources we need down there. Fuck, you might find a source of something that you didn't think we had a source of.
Fucking
But
Neptune's
we don't
trident.
look there. I want to know what's in the
Man,
big
that-
black thing above me, not the thing that's literally at a doorstep.
Exactly.
I can't argue that because it's a very succinct point. Is why
People
it
need to
should be
understand-
pretty easy.
And what people know is like what they think is in the center of the Earth is they only know that by
Inference.
by the sick activity that they can measure in their theory is that it's a molten core surrounded by this, that, and the other, but that doesn't necessarily have to be true. It's all theory.
It's a heavy metal molten core, which is what causes like magnetic poles. That's all inferred from. We have magnetic poles would cause this. Well, like this, but
Exactly.
you've never been there.
Did they shift recently?
No, they do. They do that every once in a while.
Yeah, I saw a story somewhere where like the North Pole was somewhere like in Russia for some reason.
The
Like
magnetic North-South pole move constantly, which is why when like Captain Cook and those guys that went to the South Pole or to the North Pole, they went to magnetic north, not geographic north, because it's where their compass started to spin. They were like. So the magnetic poles move constantly, and then every 10,000 years or so, they just go.
Yeah, that's gotta be fine. I've
Which
heard
will
that's
really fuck with our technology, from
Yeah,
what
well-
I understand.
oh, it would fuck everything up. It would.
I don't really know why, but
Why would it fuck everything up?
Because-
just turn everything 180 degrees and
But
you're back on
it
track.
doesn't do it smoothly. It will pop up. It will it will be in London one day, like the North Pole will be in London, and then South Pole will be like LA, and then like 2 days later, like it will like be in Beijing and fucking Australia. It's all it will ping all of us, and then it will finally
Settle
center. Yeah.
It's gonna fuck with Google Maps, basically.
Now, what are the odds that happens? The thing that he just described happens before Yellowstone.
Ooh.
Very good. According to what they're knowing about
What?
the poles, that the pole start to switch before the Yellowstone supervolcano destroys the western half of the United States, and then most of the planet into a nuclear winter, basically.
That won't happen.
You think it's gonna be that bad? Like the whole world? I mean,
Oh,
I
yeah,
can
no,
see.
that's what they call the
Ash.
volcano does.
The
Well,
ash
yeah,
will
but
fuck
like
it up.
really.
That's just people to speculate the end of the earth. We want zombie apocalypse. We want everything. So people always going to speculate that this thing is going to.
I know
the earth
we're-
won't be destroyed anymore. It's been destroyed twice.
I-
A few more times, but it won't be destroyed again.
I know where fuck goes off. I know that.
Oh, here,
we're fucked, right? Right.
I'm all on board with Space Force. Let's get a ship and get the fuck out of here. But-
None of us are getting on that. Well,
no, because I'm gonna be. Oh, nice.
friend that works for the Pentagon.
That's awesome. No, I'm gonna be in the cafeteria. I'll be working. I'll be flipping burgers in it. So that's my plan. So take
Yeah,
that, guidance counselor.
I can see that.
Don't worry, but you won't need that. We'll have Stargate shit in the next 20, 30 years.
That would be awesome.
Y'all ain't seen it. They bunch of them.
Dude, there's
People, but we're gonna throw the garbage into it.
And those models keep popping up and disappearing, and now they starting to pop up like writing on them and shit. You seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, I haven't heard about that.
I think David is so right. We never use that for a scientific purpose. Like if we throw our waste into this, it does come back. We would literally use it as a cosmic dumpster.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
People be like taking a hand and chucking it into it. It'd be so gross.
That's
You get poop into the Stargate, brother.
Dude,
It's got
like,
enough vacuum that I don't need to wipe.
a lot of the a lot of these government files that are being like just uncovered and released is bananas. Like they have so many technologies that they're already unveiled, like time travel, fucking all sorts of shit, man.
Hey, this is the year they turn everything out. And just like here it is.
They say it's going to happen between 2030 2050 is when you'll see this big check. Because what people understand, it's never like here it is. That's never the thing. It's go in over, so things have to change because they can't give you this big you need to switch from that to that. They know people ain't gonna be able to. No one can do that. So slowly trickling. If I tell coronavirus, you won't know if this is real or right. Your great grandkids will know when they get a settlement because they got 4 or 5 arms. They'll know. But there's this.
Did you or a loved one take a COVID?
That's what happened.
Maybe entitled.
Because the people that are doing this will be dead and gone, and there'll be a group of people that will have to find out what's going on, and then they'll find out, oh, they did this back then, and then the repercussions of that thing. That's all we're ever dealing with is the repercussions of the thing that came before. That's why I keep telling people the natural state of the human being is health. We introduced all shit, and now we're trying to fix what we started in the interim that we can't get a hold of.
Thoughts, concerns, comments?
I was waiting for somebody else to,
No, I mean,
to pipe in.
What was it? I don't know. I had a thought.
what?
I had a thought. It
I'm
just
s-
left. It slipped out of my hand.
It is the thing that bugs me the most. I say that constantly about Armstrong. He will say a lit things that I like all kinds of wonder points with, and then finish it with one unarguable insight. And you're just like, well, fuck. Now I forgot everything I was saying. But I think when we go back to the reports released about what we know about UFOs, aliens, etc., there have been a couple interesting ones. The one that came out of the Pentagon, which had to do with like literally shit know what it is that was flying around, and there's photos included in the report. And then one guy who's like a former DOD or something came out and said that like, yeah, a bunch of countries have a pact with an alien federation.
Yeah,
and
no, it was somebody from like the Israeli government.
The
said
head
that.
of the Israeli studies program came and said
like
that they had treaties with aliens for a long time, and they're just waiting to them.
Like
But
they-
people have been saying that for a while, though.
But then they
That's been my theory on Russia. That's why Russia was never completely eliminated, because they had an intergalactic treaty.
That's interesting.
They were the first ones willing to
But-
negotiate.
I mean, I've come across literature
First
that
ones
says
into
that.
space.
Go
But
ahead.
I also heard something about how I think it was on or the fuck what it was on the news. But it was something where that guy from Israel said that the aliens would come and visit us, but we're just a shit right now. Like we're all feeding each other. So as soon as we stop doing that, come and visit us. And I'm like, that's not fucking happening.
Well, maybe that's why you keep us eating, keeps the aliens away.
That might be it, or maybe that just
I
the
don't know,
aliens said like they
I
don't
think
want to
they're
come
gonna
back.
think
Like
either an alien they already have contact with is going to come down and raise hell,
What
or they're faking alien invasion.
What you
'Cause
gonna-
that's how you get to one world government.
Yeah.
so that was into the Watchmen, right?
if notice they said they had treaties with the government, right? So that means there are different governments that have different treaties with different aliens.
Yeah.
So they're just fighting just much as we are up there, as above, so below. Never forget that.
Can you imagine?
Why they be peaceful up there? If they're peaceful up there and they're watching us fight, why don't they come down there and give us the peace that they have? Because they ain't got it.
Well, so 15 seasons of Supernatural taught me
Exactly. Above, so below. So same word you got on Earth, you got and above heaven and intergalactic everywhere.
that the devil's son defeat God. I also learned that. That's a valuable takeaway.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Wow.
No, just it's interesting to think that people think God is a person that can do something or a thing that can do something.
Well,
Because something would have had to create that thing. Something would have had to allow that thing to exist. So there would have to be properties or something within a space that would allow that thing to have power, allow that thing to even exist. So that would have to be God, right? The thing that allows that thing to do anything would be God, right?
right.
So God may just be a prince of the universe.
But what if that? But by that logic, there's always a greater thing. There's always a thing that came for you, but that doesn't.
So
there
what
is
if
a
what if
creation.
what if
in
it's
theory.
nothing? What if it was?
We're not eternal. Like we haven't always existed.
What do you think? We as in what?
So there.
What do you mean?
There
What do you
has
mean by we? How we?
There has to be a creation for anything.
I agree. It does.
So what's to say whoever be above us, whatever
Mm-hmm.
we call God, whatever that entity is, who's to say that isn't the original force that was created
But
I'm
will
saying
you?
this in a
But
very
you
specific,
can't say it with the word. You can't explain it with words. I know what you're trying to say. You can't say force because something has to be applied to something to create force.
Yes, there's
so
like
you can't say
it's
force.
the first entity to
Yeah.
exist.
Okay,
it had
okay.
to come out of
Let me
nowhere.
give you this.
It
Let
had to.
me give you a theory.
Here's how it happens, you guys.
Go ahead.
I wake up in the morning and everything I see exists as long as I look at it.
This is a very
Everything
Schrodinger's
behind me
cat
does not
version of the
exist.
world.
And you all figments of my imagination. You're welcome.
That's the basis of quantum mechanics right there.
I mean that's a theory. Not really. Basic quantum theory is just energy. But like I say, if I give you a piece of paper, right?
Sure.
How do you start to make anything paper? What is the most basic thing that you can put on a piece of paper to start anything?
A crease.
A crease.
I don't have anything. If the piece of paper is the only thing that exists, the only thing I can apply to that paper is to tear crease.
Okay. Okay. Let's crease. So what is a crease?
The paper, I apply a marking.
It's just
I
so.
modify it
So
in
if you
some
think
way.
of if you think of a crease in space, what is that? It's just a wave, right? It's just a move of some sort, right?
In theory, yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
a good way of looking at
But
it. I'll go with you.
space, so it's unimpeded. So if it starts to move, it'll never stop.
But you have to assume that if you're suggesting that God or whatever energy, entity, whatever
It's
it
not
may be,
energy because you got to have something to create energy. So it'd be energy.
that gets.
I know it's all weird, but we're just
but
speculating.
If we now accept the fact, like let's just take for example, we are a small planet living in one bubble of potentially multiverses.
Mm-hmm.
That all those multiverses have to exist in some space.
Yes, you're right.
Into something greater dimension, into
Yes.
fourth dimension, projection of something that comes from the fourth dimension.
Exactly. But eventually there has to be a point to it's into it or where there's nothing else outside of it. Because like it's just like I say, it's if you have something that starts and it's impeded by anything else, it's going to go until what? It hits itself. Because that's the only thing that's going to impede it. So once it hits itself, it's going to start spinning. It's going to start spinning, keep spinning. Now, if it keeps spinning on the outside, what's going to happen to the inside? It's force from the outside is going to create something on the inside. So now you're going to create force. It's going to create another spinning in the inside. So you're going to keep doing that until everything's collide and things start to happen. And there you got.
Yes, but that's a very three-dimensional view of things. Because that's not the situation. How
But that's
energy would in a fourth dimension, which you have to presuppose in order for a
Well,
multiverse to exist.
We in the ninth dimension right now. We above the fourth dimension. We in the ninth dimension right now. I gotta answer everything, James. I thought about it. Just give it a thought, man. Just think. It's like you got.
I'm thinking about it.
Everything in the universe comes to reasonable, rational conclusion. You just don't know enough. Get to a conclusion. That's what people stand. And the science. This is my big thing with our science. It only takes into consideration the material aspect of the universe. We already know that there is an invisible aspect of the universe that plays a major part on the physical aspect, and we don't take it into consideration. Now we're starting to take that into consideration. That's what quantum mechanics does. It takes into consideration everything underlying material, which is where science is. So I'm saying we're going to have all these amazing we're finna go into a renaissance period because we're going to get all these new sciences, all these new technologies, and from there all these new arts, all these new like I said, human body has been upgraded, human mind has been upgraded. You know, all these new mental healing ability, new mental just types of healing and spa thing. All this stuff is about to come a band. Trust me.
So do you think that this will be used for good or evil as far as it's like
Everything will have its polarity. Everything will be used for good. Everything will be used for the people that are good will use good things for good. People that are evil will use the thing evil. That's just the way it goes. We can't have anything else because everybody does good. Then we don't have a story. We don't have a game if everybody does what's right. You have to have people on the other side of that polarity so we can have a match. So we can have a game. You got to have an opponent, right?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Love that because without that enemy, you don't exist.
Well, like, yeah, you need a rival.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
every life is polarities. Everything is something against the other thing. That's how the universe works. And we just a whole bunch of polarities. But if you hear those polarities, then you get closer back to that singularity source. And then you can use it.
See what my mind came with?
If you live a life like Bear, you'll be a good life. Because he's responsible for everything now. He's responsible for his entire universe. I am. I'm responsible for everything that happens in this room. So if something's wrong, it's my fault. It's my fault. Because I'm creating
Fix the
everything.
fucking Facebook. God damn it.
Yeah.
That's what I created you for, Jay. To work, please. Please do your job. James, you didn't notice my shirt?
I did.
Thank
I
you.
didn't want to.
I thank you for manifesting for me. No, I went to the store and I'm like, oh God. Look at this.
I wanted to block you for having shared that. It's Hamill was on the show last week. I think it was last week when
They had cancer, AIDS, syphilis.
when I
Diarrhea.
pointed at did you actually do the show on Friday?
Oh, yeah, it was dope, man.
Were you visionary or did you was funny?
I wasn't even funny. I said about three funny things, and then it was straight.
Are you
from there,
becoming
man.
a TED Comic now?
No, it's just
Please don't. Please
We're
don't.
gonna have to get you a little cowboy mic.
Oh.
it's like this. Like I tell people,
I'm becoming a TED Talk comic, but it's still pretty good.
I mean, as long as you got it's mostly comic, that's fine. But, like,
no, I believe this shit ain't for fake.
I'm not
shit.
saying it's fake, but like it's
This is
the lecturing comic thing.
I don't let you know about.
I'm not saying you
If
do.
you don't want to talk to me, I don't want to talk to you. If you want to hear what I got to say, it's fine. I like to hear the sound of my own voice. So I'm talking. If you don't want to hear it, then tell me or walk the fuck off. Exactly. So it is. But nah. I just it's like this. I've always had these thoughts and these theories, but I didn't want to be the type of person who was like, I do this in secret. It's like I believe this stuff, and I went to the revelation to where it worked for me in my life. It's not for everybody, and I tell people don't go down this road if you believe it. It has to be something to believe. The only way anything in this world will help you is if you believe it wholeheartedly. You got faith in it,
Yeah.
and if you have faith in it, whatever you have faith in, then will come to you because that's what you're doing. The things that you have faith in, the things that you want, the thoughts in your mind, that's creating your world. Yeah. So I choose to love people and dwell in beauty so beautiful things can happen. That's the only thing I have. The only thing that comes to my life.
Oh, that's nuts. You know.
That's it. Because I don't feel my head coronavirus. I don't feel my head with all the world is coming, this, that, and the other. I don't those thoughts in my head. I don't fill my head with those type of things. I fill my head with all beauty, art, comedy. You know what I'm saying? Intellectual things. That's exactly. So that's all my brain has to go on.
Yeah. I don't know. That's fair.
So what you're saying is all you need is faith.
Exactly. Faith in whatever you believe in. Whatever you believe in, have faith in. I don't give a fuck what it is. Just whatever you even believe in. Don't switch up on me when I need to believe that you believe. That's the thing. If you ain't got faith that you believe, you're gonna switch up. Whenever it benefits you.
Yeah. If you're gonna walk, or if you're gonna talk, walk.
That's the problem. A lot of people ain't walking the walk. They talking the talk, ain't walking the walk.
Harder to learn to walk.
I can sum this up in two things. One of my favorite memes of the year is a picture of a guy doing in a cul-de-sac
Yeah.
under a street light, like middle of the night type. And it just said, believe in something, even if it's a felony.
Fair.
And I stand by that because a lot of people don't believe in anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
They believe in stuff, but then
To be proud of too, which is weird, which I find odd.
What do you mean?
As far as like,
not
Like
believing in
nihilists
anything.
and stuff in their life.
yeah, like nihilism is weird to me because I don't. I mean, shouldn't you be doing something like not being like, I don't know. It's just,
If you're a nihilist, you basically giving up that anyone's in control of anything. You're giving away all responsibility.
all right, no, I mean that's if you want to do that. I mean, not you. I'm just saying if somebody
We
wants to
believe
do
in
that.
nothing.
Yeah, like the Lebowski.
Walk around with a ferret and put into bathtubs.
Dude, people don't want to be responsible for. People don't want to be responsible for being wrong. That's what's going right now with the coronavirus. Nobody agrees with it. Everybody knows it's nonsensical, but nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to be the person to say this is believe, and I'll live or die by that.
Yeah.
Right,
You know,
everyone's afraid of being on the wrong side of history.
it's-
But no one gives a fuck because history is not accurate.
exactly. exactly.
Tell me exactly what happened with the Kennedy assassination, and tell me how how accurate history is. You know.
Yeah. I think everyone killed Ken. Christ's sakes. I
They all
think
turns.
I think Oswald totally shoot it, but I also think the mob shot him. I also thought the CIA shot him.
Yeah.
Like everyone just
Fucking
converged.
post office
It was
typical-
like
typical
Smoke
balls.
Cases. It was like the movie Smoke Cases.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I think it was just a bunch of people. People were like, "This dude," because he pissed off. People forget about Kennedy is that he was kind of like he was Donald Trump, but he had charisma and he wasn't like a complete piece of shit.
Right.
But he did shady ass fucking shit and pissed off people on the way up. Hence when he.
What president hasn't done?
No, he went.
What-
He pissed off
What
the
pres-
wrong people.
What president hasn't?
Well,
A lot of them. They know how to. They'll piss people off. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they didn't, but they know how to piss off. They know how to keep the right people happy. Most of them do. Kennedy didn't do that. Kennedy went there first of all. Fuck.
I like
mob.
how you so intimately talk about other people and how they did certain things.
well,
They did.
That's how we get in trouble though. But I'm just saying. you
No,
know,
there's been evidence showing that he
good evidence. I love that one.
we basically stole the 1960 election because a lot of dead voted in fucking Chicago for Kennedy. So
What?
yeah.
Democrats stolen?
I know,
election?
right? Strange. But that was help from the mob. The reason why that's a big deal is because when he brought in his brother as the attorney general, the first his brother did was go after the mob.
Well, that's why
this
his
is-
brother got shot.
these
These
are.
well, that's why he also got shot.
So I would say that in the history of the United States, there's about 4 presidents that were did so much to piss people off. And I say this because there were presidents that were at least assassinated or attempted assassination.
So
Reagan,
it's what, Lincoln?
Reagan got one head and lived.
So Reagan.
Well,
You got Kennedy. You have Warren Harding.
I think so. But didn't he?
Who's Warren G. Harding? How did he
There's
die?
another
Or
one
was
that
it
died.
Garfield?
It might have been.
One
No.
of them got shot in the
Can
stomach,
we
and it
just
took
Google
2 weeks
list
to
of
die.
assassination presidents?
And then Lincoln.
Yeah, I think it was because like whoever got shot in the early 1900s, that's or is it late 1800s with Theodore Roosevelt. That's how Theodore Roosevelt became president. Because McKinley, I think it was McKinley who got shot.
Yeah, that's right.
McKinley, he got shot in Buffalo in public. Some guy just walked and shot him in the stomach. But and then there's
4 presidents have been killed. Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, and Kennedy, with Teddy Roosevelt and Ronald Reagan were attacked, like God, but lived.
I like how Teddy Roosevelt got shot, and then like he was giving a speech. He gets shot, finishes his speech.
yeah, yeah.
I really believe like Teddy Roosevelt was like the hardest president we ever had. Like maybe the greatest guy, but goddamn, like he was the kind of guy that like jumped out on the horse.
Who
and-
is the greatest guy? Exactly.
That one's it's kind of tricky because it's like you.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that guy seems to be up at everything.
Yeah,
It's
he's
a
pretty
cell phone
cool.
company
He's
and
all
shit.
right. I like guy. It's pretty funny.
I like people that you're supposed to like too.
I
Great
mean,
guy.
What a question!
I don't know.
Who is the greatest?
I was like, we
Me.
say things, but we
I'm the
don't really.
greatest guy.
Who's the greatest guy?
Unequivocally.
My answer. I don't know
I'm,
what's
I'm the greatest.
Right. If we're going with the theme that
Yeah,
each
why
of
not?
ours is each of us creating our own universe at this exact moment, I'm clearly the greatest.
Flash.
I've never watched that movie. It's just really odd.
I only know from Ted. The only reason why I know.
Never seen Flash Gordon?
No.
What kind of
Neither
white
have
trash
I.
existence did you have? Did you ever live in a trailer house, or was it just always a part?
No. It was a couple houses and a couple trailers.
Okay.
I know trailer life pretty well.
I'm just trying to get a
Yeah.
better read on you, buddy.
Yeah.
Double wide?
I wish. God, I wish.
Have you seen Flash Gordon? Okay. You?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
I've seen
What?
Flash Gordon, which was the porn parody of
course
the
you
late
have.
70s.
James is like, it was one of the first times I saw a dick, and I wasn't like oh.
Don't watch it now. It does not hold up.
No,
if
it
you
doesn't.
didn't get it in the 80s, you did. Don't worry
That's
about
that
No,
song. Flash.
it. That's my shit. That's the just part of the song.
That's why one of my favorite bits on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is the Dayman episode.
Oh yeah.
An enemy of Nightman.
Jake, did you ever get to the point of what you?
No, not
My
actually.
bad. What you going? What do you finding out? What did you find out?
One of the things I found out is I have a. Oh God. Okay. Can I
let
get
it
a
out.
dab? One more dab.
You gotta get how to get it out.
Yeah, this one's bad. Not bad, but it's a deep one.
So someone else tell a story for 2 minutes while he does his dab and then coughs for a second.
Yeah.
And then he can tell his
Well,
story.
we get
when
striked
he's
on this or
more
no?
prepared. Striked on what?
I just don't want the video taken down. That's all.
I've lost close to pounds since you guys last.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
You said,
Lost
Look in your
close to
couch cushions. That's where I find
What's up? What's up with you, man? What's happening with you, man?
I lost almost up to 15 pounds since last time you guys saw me.
Okay.
Ah.
What you been doing?
Working my ass, and yeah, that was that.
Oh,
Okay.
That's basically it. No, I was actually doing some workouts. I got a kettlebell and everything. I was trying to work out in the morning. I was doing that, but the past week it was just constant nonstop.
how many
seasons
hours
every
a day, Jermaine?
Usually, this past week it wasn't so bad. It was only 8 hours a day, but like there's people who definitely work harder. But I was
What
logging
do you do for the other 16 hours of your day?
driving, getting back and forth, going to different sites, locations and stuff. For the most part, not a whole.
Not a whole lot.
No, that's the reason why I got the kettlebell, so that way I would be active at home. But this past week I really wasn't using it, so I got to really, if I want that weight off, I'm all right. Can't be slacking. I got to get back on the horse and do that because I want to get below 50 and then just keep going intense after that. So
Okay, well you didn't give me. Okay, so stopping you from getting that then if you work 8 hours a day. And you still get, so I assume I'll give you 2 hours of transit times, 10 hours. That's still.
getting some
14
time
hours.
with Jenny and just.
But
back
she
to-
live in the house.
Yeah.
She needs to work too, so both of y'all can work out together.
Well, she got a knee wrist.
God damn.
So-
How old?
Yeah.
How old is she?
I don't know. Fucking no. She's in her athlete.
Okay.
37, 38. Yeah. The surgeon was like, "This is by far one of the worst knees I've ever seen."
Fuck it up or is just degenerative?
Just degenerative. And so I was asking him after the surgery, and I was like, what was it? I mean, obviously we're not the healthiest people and stuff. He's like, there's really no reason. Some folks are really. No, I mean not that there's no rhyme, but
No,
he said,
I get that, but I hate that they give you these answers. Like that's what I just couldn't accept. Motherfucker told me I was older 32, and that's the reason why Achilles. I'm like, that's not acceptable to me because you have professional athletes 32 in the league, so they're old too.
Yeah.
So are they extraordinary? Is something what are they doing that I'm not doing? Tell me what they're.
Yeah. The way the answer that he gave me was like just genetics. Some people have better joints. There's that's I was like,
Of course. Very
I'm
well.
like, all right, I
I mean, to an extent, I get out. Like, you ever seen a crowd German Shepherd?
Yeah. That's why, like, yeah, that's true. But
But
Yeah,
it's also it's like I'm working with Carrie now. Like I Carrie's feet rolled in, so I know her knees were fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I'm her straightening her stuff back out, but it's like like you don't fit thing now, but when you turn 40, 45, 50, that shit is gonna fuck you
yeah.
up because you have been 20, 30 years of walker. Your knees are literally inverted in. All that pressure and tension, you're gonna have knee problems, ankle problems, everything.
And because some muscles don't develop in symmetry.
Exactly. So that's what she's learning. That's what I'm curious is like your body's connected. You have to consciously move your body around, see what's wrong, fix those discrepancies, and understand. Like you have a lot of problems in your body that you don't know because your body has blocked them out. Because what allows when I was trying to fix when I was trying to get all of my flexibility back in there, from my pelvis all the way down, my body had shut it off, connected, and so I had to actually ignite that again up here and work all the way down to where it connected to my Achilles, and I could actually push energy through there again and get full energy of it. But it's like that, and then I had to teach it how to work with that new group again, because it was work. I had to fix it independently. Then I had to teach it how to work with the calf, all the other muscles that we used to work with. So now I didn't feel it separately for the rest of my leg. Now it's integrated back into the leg. But I had to go through all that. And no one teaches you that. No one tells you that when you do physical therapy that your body will disconnect you from that thing that so you won't feel that and why it's repairing itself. So for you, that's what physical therapy is supposed to do. But everybody's different. But if I say, okay, if everybody takes the same surgery, everybody's different. Everybody 2 weeks of recovery. I need 3 weeks. I need a month. I need 6 months because that's the way my body heals. We aren't doing it by individual people. We're doing it over this general. This is what the average person will do. Who's the average person? This is why I tell you how to take your own health into your hands and do your own research. The knowledge is out there.
That Louis C.K. joke about his foot hurting, or his remember that one?
No, you know what?
No, it was a joke about how he's like his ankle hurt really bad, like and they took an X-ray and it's just all black, and then he's like, "Can you fix that?" Because he's like making a point like, I don't know, for an athlete you could do it. He's like, "You're not an athlete." He goes, "You just gotta leave in forever." So it's kind of the joke. I don't know, but
So what was it you were going to talk about animal
I know,
before
right?
you had to take another dab? And
oh, that yeah. So like I watched the show last week, right? And you brought something. It's kind of gave me courage to be able like I've been talking about this for the first time ever. So I also, because you mentioned about how you had a experience back in the day, the homosexual
gay
experience.
experience.
Yeah. Okay, one too. I was like 9, and it was fucking. It broke me. So I think.
Hey, bro, why you slabby then?
Because this is me nervous. I'm trying to. Yeah, this is a lot, man. It's a big one.
I know you're
So you
typically
were receptive.
shut the hell up! I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're usually usually high strong and get mad about everything, but now you're sounding like a little girl.
No, because I am nervous. I'm just like ah.
My bad, continue.
So okay, so it was like 9, and I had one, and
Was it consensual? Like we
oh
all,
yeah.
okay, all right,
It wasn't like
it wasn't okay.
same age.
all right,
It
okay.
wasn't. Yeah. I was in Alta and everything, and that never happened to me, which is weird. I like set myself for all that kind of shit. It never happened.
He was wearing his robe extra tight.
Yeah.
I got small robe.
I was in a Catholic.
Boy, your neckerchief was so tight.
Boy Scouts too. Nothing. I got
He wore a little rouge.
played fucking youth sports all the time. Nothing. Like I just but
Not
no.
even slap on
Family,
the
you
ass
should
for a
call
home
one of your
run, dude.
albums "The Unmolestable."
Like that. But yeah, no, I was like 9, and the thing is like it was like I found out because I didn't. It was I say it was the wrong thing. Like I didn't like it. I felt like it was one of those things where once you. The old saying goes, you could build 1,000 bridges in suck one cock, and you're a cocksucker builder. You know what I mean? That old phrase.
Yeah.
So that stuck with being like, I did this, and now everyone's. And by the way, right when I did that age, did it like on a weekend. I spent like a night over a friend's house, and we experimented and shit. And the next day at school, like it was 2 days. This was a Friday night, so Monday morning at school. It was at that exact point in time where all of a sudden all the kids at my grade in my school discovered the word faggot. So I'm like,
You've heard it everywhere.
no, yeah. So like all of a sudden I'm just like I'm hearing it all the time, and I'm like, fuck no, oh god, you know.
People were like, "Can I have your fries?" You're a faggot.
So I wasn't, yeah, I wasn't doing it, but it was just like I kept it was like a weird word that I started hearing all the time. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's hilarious. All of a sudden, now he had an experience. All of a faggot got discovered. You're hilarious.
But yeah.
Maybe it has something to do with it. I don't know.
I don't. I literally. This is why I'm like kind of like. It's like a Patrice rape story feeling. I just
Get out. It's
no.
good for
It's
you.
fine. It's more than I've ever. I've told you once
Right.
on a car. I don't know. I think high or like we were talking about. I was just comfortable.
I was hypnotizing the entire way.
Yeah,
I wanted
that's
to see what
exactly
kind of
was.
shit you had going on in there.
because you do both things, right?
Yeah.
Not to shame you or nothing. I'm just.
No.
But like I mean, that's God bless.
Yeah.
But I felt like okay, well, you're cool with this.
Yeah.
I get this story. You're not going to judge me.
Hilarious.
So at 9 years old,
Yeah.
what that experience looked like?
Dude, it was weird. We were reading the Bible, by the way. and we got the part about
That's where all
hell.
the best homosexual
Yeah.
comes from.
We found the part about Satan and hell and where it came from. And then we decided,
hot.
yeah, we're like, yeah, let's put each other's peepees in our fucking mouths for a little bit. But like, I never did to completion. I just like, oh, that's
He didn't get to go without it.
As a part of my universe, man, and nothing done under the age of 15 counts.
okay. Fair enough.
Definitely not.
But
Definitely
like,
not.
it was like a thing though that like I just never.
is relative to the person. It's as gay as you think it is.
It's how you identify.
But it was just that thing I just never talked about. Like, and I know who've had the same exact kind of experiences that I've had, and we'll talk about it, and I'd be like, oh, I'm not going. No. I'm not doing this.
Now you see, nothing happens.
Yeah, but like, it's but like yeah. So well, my mom's gonna be fuckhead, but I should be mad.
She was like, oh, my little Jacob.
She was like,
could have
I
been a
knew it.
fruit booter."
I knew.
Yeah, that's the worst. We already know. Like, yeah, we did that already. Fucking where you been?
That's not the worst. That's awesome. It means they were paying attention to the person.
Well, that's also because you're carrying this weird guilt for no fucking reason. Like,
Yeah,
why-
it's not
but-
like-
Okay, but now we got. Why are you guilty? Just because you're told that something that you shouldn't,
No, I mean,
or is it just a social thing?
No,
It's
I
not
just-
what Catholic Jesus wants.
no, I just didn't like it though. You know, it's for me.
But
like,
you feel because you didn't like it. When you
Well,
something
no.
you don't like, you feel because you ate it.
no, it's just.
Oh God, guacamole!
Oh
How can I ever live with this?
37 Marys because I ate some guacamole I don't like. Like what the fuck?
No, I just was like I don't know. It's just one of those things that just stuck with
What
me.
didn't you like?
I just didn't just the. I'm not a big fan of male body. That's
Not
what
even
it is.
yours.
I mean, mine. It's mine, so I gotta give a shit about it. Like for instance, like
Why do you kind of give a
I
shit about your body?
kind of give a shit about it.
Yeah.
I'm
Why
not-
do you kind of give a shit about your body?
I don't know. I'm getting better. Just relax.
Right? Like 6 months, give a fuck.
Yeah, I really didn't care. It's
It's just like I say. This is the thing I was trying to get back with Jermaine. 1 hour a day. 1 hour a day every day will
That's a great
change your life. 1 hour. That's all.
Yeah.
1 hour of just
even
moving.
need to be that long.
It don't need to be that long.
Start
But I'm
with
just
15 minutes.
But I'm just saying, in the course of a day, where you can only count 10 hours.
yeah.
You can take an hour
Oh yeah.
and just consciously focus on your body, how your body works. Move your body. Think about it.
Yeah.
Because like I say, people don't realize you're using your body wrong, and you're and create a lot of energy, a lot of injuries by using your body the easiest way. Instead of teaching your body how to move, so instead of breaking your body down all day, every day by using it the wrong way, you're building your body up by using it the right way.
Oh yeah,
I
I
would
agree.
Make sure everybody understands that the context of what Armstrong just said is that he wants you to work hard so that you can find the male body attractive.
Oh no.
Oh, no, that's exactly
That's the
what I
context of where that came from.
Well, that too. Your own
Preferably
body.
is.
But like I'll give you a friend. Like whenever I see someone that's like super shape, like a dude, I'm like, man, for you. Like if I have a stick and pop, I'd either be like, yeah, it's good for you. Like
What if that dick got a beautiful face and big titties and the gas to it?
I could get down with trainees. To be honest, there's something like I'm
I
not
don't know.
opposed to it.
I don't know. I think here's the thing. Like
Jesus,
you-
I
I
like
just-
it 'cause it feels naughty.
I just added 3 things and you about 1. It's a numbers game. You got two butt cheeks, pretty face, and 1 dick and 2 balls.
it's the female energy though. I like
It's the
Yeah.
energy. It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
yeah
We're talking about. I like femininity.
yeah
If it comes in the male package, then
yeah.
that's what it's.
I'll tell you this: the one thing that actually turns me off to most gay men is aggressive femininity.
Yeah.
It's like when you.
James like some bud.
No, it's like a Karen. You know, it's like you're coming with Karen energy. Like, be soft, be feminine,
Exactly.
you don't have. Why are you defending yourself still? Because it feels like they're very
Exactly.
defensive.
But that's what you find out, they aren't okay with themselves. Ones that just have to force it, have to be just. Oh, this is me. It's like no, because you have those ones that they exude feminine energy. That's just who they are.
Yeah.
And that's only what you want. But then you, like you say, you have those. They're just so, you're just like okay, you're tripping. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
then the people that carry themselves is like you can feel the feminine energy coming off of them. That's
Like
what it is.
a good example of this is somebody that you both know that used to work with us.
Yeah.
That individual had aggressive.
Oh, I know that.
energy.
Yeah.
If they had taken the aggressive out of it,
Queen guy.
if they had taken that aggressive element, I would have found him to be like an attractive human.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like there would be something there. Like I'd be like, you know. Like,
But I mean, you gotta take it like this. You have women that are like that. You're gonna have men that are like women that are like that, or whatever. So it just is just another side of the spectrum. Somebody loves that, but it's like I'm not into that. I don't like just chill out. Like anybody that's like that. Like anybody that has to force who they are. Just be who you are. If who you are is who you are, then I'll feel it. You don't have to. This me. I don't think so.
Yeah. No, man, but yeah, I don't. I just it's something about a female. I just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sex is so awesome.
I agree.
It is the bee's knees.
I agree.
fucking, I'm a huge fan.
you can have both.
No,
Like
man.
you can like you
No,
can
you totally can, man.
he's like no.
Nah.
I feel like your version to butts falls into the same thing where you thought might have been gay because it's something when you were a kid.
No, I just don't like
Like
butts.
you-
I'm not a butt guy. Ben,
It's not your thing. It's
Yeah.
it's like it's tomatoes, not tomatoes. That's not your thing.
You can have a person with an incredible personality, a phenomenal silhouette, a great set of tits, happens to have a cock. You can have one kind of relationship with that individual, and also have other persons that you have a completely different relationship with, where yes, to put your penis in their one wonderful, soft, and welcoming vagina, but it doesn't necessarily mean that person is the be-all, end-all. You might need a number of people around you to facilitate your entire like sexual energy and your being.
That's why you need
Would
a
you
harem.
use this?
It's such a wild, like I was just trying to convince Hamill to like give butt stuff a try, and you're like, dude, you might need a train, you might need a tranny and another chick. You could need a whole menagerie of.
You
Do you
jerk
know
off
what the
right?
Scarlet Ranch is? Let's go.
Would
Yeah.
you jerk off with a pocket pussy?
nah.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't jerk off with any type apparatus.
Because then it's like it's like now you're making it a hobby, and that's just weird.
Jerking off ain't hobby for you.
No, it's just
How many did you put in a week?
no, two.
That's a hobby.
A week?
I wouldn't even.
How much did you put in?
A lot.
Exactly.
It's like a part-time job.
Time to go skin.
No, but no, I don't know. I just for some reason, I don't know that was a mental block for me, and it should. I mean, you know what I mean? It
You weren't
should-
okay with it because society wasn't okay with it, so you didn't want anybody
But like
to find out.
but even after seeing people like do this,
Because
years
that's
ag-
them.
years
That's
ago.
you. That's
yeah,
them.
Oh,
you.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're not worried about how things
Yeah.
affect them. You're worried about how people gonna look at me.
Yeah.
That's it. It ain't shit. If you come out and say this is who I am, and people look at you differently, something's wrong with them. That's what you got to realize.
Yeah, I know. It took me a while to realize that, but it's like you know, I got bullied a lot as a kid, so like I didn't want to. You try not to draw attention to yourself.
Yeah, I get it.
Try to make yourself in the background, so you fucked with, you know. So like anything that they might, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Pick up on. Yeah, I
yeah,
get
you
it.
don't want to give them ammo. So I saw, you know, that's always kind of been plowed into my head where it's just like, if you kind of want to just not be fucked with for a day, kind of like, you know, don't really do anything, just kind of just blend in.
And that's what you got. You got a lot of people that just don't do shit. Dead in life right now. That's just what I
Oh,
tell
yeah.
people. Like right now, let me tell you something. People been scared for a long time for no particular reason.
Yeah.
They just been scared of life just to be here. So they love it that now they have something to be afraid of. They love it. All people happy than motherfuckers because they just got something to say. Do this because the end of the world coming. I told y'all. You always be afraid. Get the fuck out of here, man. People just silly.
It's like when you fill up on somebody's order and you can tell that even though they're they're secretly happy because now they have something to talk about.
Hey, you got something to complain about? Yep.
Yeah. And then they might be kind of gay. And
Normalize butt stuff, guys.
All right. Fuck
No.
it. We out there.